everyone, welcome to my second project for Kitaholic Kits. Today I'm just going to jump right into the project because I did do some filming beforehand, but what I had done is I turned the camera off rather than turning it on because I jumped straight into this one after my previous project. Anyway, long story to explain that I don't have to intro, but I'm using that anniversary card that is sitting on the right there that I got a few weeks ago. I'm using that card as inspiration for this layout. So this is an album that's the same size as a Traveler's Notebook album, but it's in an album form. So I have this album pretty much dedicated to selfies that I take with my daughter. And I very often add almost no journaling to these pages because they're just selfies. There's really not much of a story behind them. So what I did is I'm using my heart hole punch to punch out all of these hearts. I used some paper from Coco Vanilla Studios from last month's kit, just because there's no dark pages or papers in this month's kit, and I wanted to just add a little bit of that darkness because, as you can see, my jacket in the photo is quite dark. So what I did is I layered all of these hearts down, and then I picked them up going back up, as you can see, like by adding the tape underneath. And then I can fiddle around with it and play with it a little bit. I thought the best way to secure it all together after this point was to just glue the entire cluster to a piece of white paper and cut out around the border. I don't know if you can see in the inspiration card, there is a little bit of a white border around these little love hearts. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fussy cut out this big cluster of hearts. And then what I realized is that whilst it's very pretty, the paper is quite pastel-y colours, which I love, but I wanted them to stand out more. So I am taking a white jelly roll to go around the edges of the black hearts. I'm taking a black pen to go around the edges of the white hearts, and I'm taking a dark pink jelly roll to go around the edges of the pink hearts. And this creates just a little bit of separation, and it's more visually pleasing for the eye, I think. So once that is done, I have chosen my title. I was going to use Beautiful You on the one side, and I didn't even say I'm putting this onto a piece of acetate that's going to be between these two photos, because essentially I've got 2 pages of photos and there was not much space for crafting, so I wanted to be crafty. So I'm sticking it on the piece of acetate that's going between these pieces, but I lined up the acetate to the photos on the back because I wanted to make sure that the hearts run in the middle. Anyway, so I was going to use that love die cut piece on the back, and then on the front I'm using this Beautiful You, but I think I ultimately decided to just have one title because it was also getting a bit bulky, because obviously I am propping this up on some foam tape as well. So I thought just leave it. The back, I'm more backing it as like this is the back of this title piece, whatever you call it. So I'm not going to play around with that too much. I'm adding these little enamel dots in matching colours, little 3 down the bottom and 3 on the top, and just to add something different texturally. I don't think it was 100% needed, but once I did it, I really liked how it looked. So what I decided to do, I decided to match the hearts on the back to the ones I matched to the front. So I cut 2 of every heart of every piece of paper, so I knew I had the same amount, so I matched them exactly. I didn't think I needed to do that really, but I did anyway. It's pretty loosely stuck on, if I'm honest, just using the dot liner directly onto the acetate, so I'm not going to be surprised if down the track some of them come off, but that's a problem for future Ronnie to deal with. So once that's on, I'm just doing the same thing where I am outlining the hearts in the same colours. I'm taking this last little fabric heart that Steph sent in my kit this month, and I'm not sure if everyone got this, but I'm very happy that I did. So I'm going to use that heart on the other side because I didn't have anything else that's more tightly, and so I stick that there. The flowers from the die cut pack match the flowers on the paper, obviously, so I'm using those in a little cluster, and this layout is done. Thank you very much for joining me. You will see me all again next week. Have a good one. Bye.